Okay, we're going to do lesson 14-1, telling time to the minute. Okay, so a couple things before we start. When you're looking at your clock here, these are our hours. The hours. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and then 12 o'clock, and it starts over, okay? So in between, we know that we can when we're counting, telling the hour, right, it's the smaller hand. And when you're telling the hour, those are the numbers you use. It's 1 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock, it's 4 o'clock. That's it, okay, all the way up to 12 o'clock. But when we're telling the minute, we count by fives, because really there are 60 minutes in an hour, and there are 60 little knobs or little tick marks, 60 tick marks that go all the way around the clock between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock. It can be 1 minute after, 2 minutes after, 3 minutes after, 4 minutes after, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so these we can count by fives, but in between, if this is 5, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay? Then the other thing you need to know is if this is our clock and 12 is here, and we've got 3, 6, 9, right? Okay, so then of course we got 1 and 2. We got 4 and 5. We got 7 and 8. We got 10 and 11, okay? So we know that this is 0, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and we don't go all the way. When we get to 59, it becomes the next hour, okay? So we don't ever say that it's 3:60. We can say it's 3:59, and then it's 4 o'clock, okay? But whenever we're talking about the numbers, we know that there's 60. And then, of course, in between here, if you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You're getting the picture, right? So if all the way around is one whole, then if we say something is half past, we're saying it's 30 minutes past the hour. Okay? Because if you were to take a circle and divide it in half, if this is the starting point, right here is halfway, and you know that from your fractions, you just divided that clock into half, and right here is half. Now, if I divided it into fourths, right, okay, that's our half, so half past is 30. If I divided it into fourths, right, just like that, then right here is the 3, or 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and 45. So if we say it's a quarter after 3 o'clock, we're saying it's 15 minutes after 3 o'clock, because it's 3 o'clock, and it's going to take 1 whole hour to go all the way around. If we've gone 1/4 of the way, right, 1/4 of the way, it's 3:15. So we can say that's a quarter past 3, or we can say it's half past 3. Or at right here, we can say it's 1/4, right? 1/4 until it gets to 4 o'clock. Okay, so I know if that's new to you, that's a little tricky, but let's see what we can do with it. Okay, so half past the hour is how many minutes past the hour? Okay, you use this. So half past would be right here, right? Because this is always the top. Half past would be here at the 6, which is how many minutes? Should be 30 minutes past the hour. A quarter past the hour. So again, think of your quarter. So the first 1/4 would be right here, which is this 3, which is how many minutes? Should be 15 minutes past the hour, okay? And a quarter until the next hour would be right here. And what does that 9 stand for? Well, it's 45 minutes, but how many more minutes do we have until it gets to the next hour? If you're at the 9, right, you got 5, 10, 15. You got 15 minutes, okay? So the hour hand on the clock is between what two numbers, okay? We got the hour hand here. We know that we can fit the word hour on the shorthand, and we can fit the word minute on the longer hand, okay? So hour is a shorter word. Hour is a shorter word. Minute is a longer word. So hour is the shorthand, minute is the longer hand, okay? So, okay. So the hour hand is between, this is the hour hand that's a shorthand, it's between what two numbers? 11 and 12, okay? That means that the time, if it's at, see, our hour hand is between 11 and 12, and this is at the 7, okay? So that means that it is already past. It used to be 11 o'clock, right? And now this hand has gone past to here, so that means it's after 11, but what hour is it not yet? It is not yet 12, so sometime between 11 and 12. The minute hand clock is right here. It's in between what two numbers? It's in between 7 and 8, okay? So we know that the hour is 11 something, right? Because it's not yet 12 o'clock. Now, if we count by 5s, okay, we want to figure where this minute hand is. We got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. We can't go to 40, okay? We can't go to 40. We're at 35. So we're at 35 minutes, and then we count 3 more. 36, 37, 38. See where that one goes? Right there, okay? So 3 more minutes, so it's 35 minutes plus 3 more minutes. 35 plus 3 is 38, okay? We can also write the time before or after the hour. So 38 minutes after 11, or how many minutes before 12? Okay, well, let's look here. How many minutes before 12? We're gonna come back. We need 2 more minutes right here, right? We need 2 more minutes. But then how many 5s? 5, 10, 15, 20. So this is 5, 5, 5, and 5. So how many minutes is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22. So 22 minutes before 12. Okay, write the time shown on the clock in at least 2 ways, okay? Remember which is the hour hand and which is the minute hand. Now, I know you want to say this is 8 o'clock. It is pointing at the 8, but you need to pay attention to this. This is what it's going to look like at 8 o'clock. That minute hand is going to be on the 12, and that is going to be pointing in the 8. This minute hand is not pointing to the 12. It's a few minutes before. So it's not yet 8 o'clock. So it is 7 something, okay? You can do it a couple ways. We can count by 5s, or we can count at 60 and go back. But let's count by 5s, okay? We got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, right? And then this, it looks to me, it's right there, 56, 57, 58, 7:58, okay? Or how many minutes is it before 8 o'clock? If it's at 7:58, how many more minutes do you need to get to 8 o'clock? Should be 2 minutes before 8, or 2 minutes till 8. That would work also. Okay? good job.